Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone this morning? So good. I hope so good. And who is ready to just get artsy? I sure am. Make sure you have a big drink. And your putting on some lip balm because I'm going to be chatting a lot. Okay, so here we go. So I had a plan for something today, and then I dreamed of this idea. You know that happens to me a lot. And so that's what we're going to work on today. I had this idea and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. Okay, so I have a particular idea for this washi tape, but any of my washi tapes will work for this. I have a particular art journal entry that we could use this for, but you can do the technique with any of my washi tapes. So that's where we're going today. So pull out any Anne's Artsy washi tapes that you happen to have, and we will do something cute. If you're brand new here, if you would like, follow, share, and comment, I would greatly appreciate it on the following social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then ask to join our private Facebook groups, Stitch Along with Anne and Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group. And then for Anne's Artsy Washi Tape or any of my art printables, go to AnneCorbiereScottDesigns.com. Okay, so here's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about, I'm always thinking of like a layer. What's the next layer? What can I do for the next layer? So I've used my washi tapes on my pages in a couple of different ways, right? So here, remember we painted. Here I just use it as an accent. Here I painted, I think these might have been alcohol ink. Anyway, I really like the idea of edging a page in washi tape. This, I covered the entire page with washi tape. Stop it right now. I'm loving that. But here's some more painted and painted in a different way. So I'm looking at this page and I feel like I need like one more something and then a sentiment. So I'm looking at it. Whoops, I just lost you. Looking at it and thinking, okay, I just did, remember I did this flower last week when I was playing with colored pencils, and we're going to play with colored pencils again. So that might work there. It might work here because remember we have some greens and stuff going on here. So my idea is that I wanted to start building elements that can work to enhance a page. Does that make sense? So, like this page, we created all of these elements and then we built our page, right? This page we painted, and then I painted some of the hole reinforcers, and that enhanced my page. So that's kind of where I'm going. That's what I'm feeling. So I have these two pages. Okay, so this page, remember I have, it's right up here. This piece that I want to incorporate into this page in some kind of way. I haven't figured it out just yet how I want to do that, so just going to leave that. I have this page, remember we created with crayons last week and then did some resist, but we used crayons, maybe it was the week before. We used colored crayons instead of white crayons for the resist. Good morning, Valerie. I hope you got home safe and sound. Okay. All right, so here is another one of those pages, remember, that we created with crayons, with bright colored crayons, and then we painted over it with watercolor. Good morning, Vic. How are you? So I don't know what I'm going to do on this. Here's one. Oh, I have something to share with you on that one. Here, remember I talked last week about how Desiree and I came up with this idea of making a frame on a page and then filling the frame with art, right? But making a frame with pieces of, like the cut pieces from jelly prints or other art papers, right? So we have here and here to fill. I don't know what I'm going to do with that just yet. Okay, so remember I told you to save your fruit and vegetable stickers? So I took all the ones I've gathered so far, and this is a project that is going to continue to... Oh my gosh, that's amazing, Valerie! That is amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations to her and you. Okay, so we're going to continue to build a frame, right? So I have some pieces here from another sheet that I did. So I'm going to do, let's turn this. Oh my gosh, you guys must have been ecstatic. Okay. X-Acto knife. Slice right there. Right? And then, now we just have right here. And I have this little piece left, and I'm going to save that on this pull-off sheet because I'm going to use it on... Remember we've talked before about building master sheets that we can then make other things, right? So we don't ever waste any artsy stuff. Okay, so now let's go in here. Whoops, I want to go down just a little further. Just gonna kind of nestle it in there. There we go. So now we have this artsy frame, right? And we have these little pieces that we're just gonna stick down, right? Hey, Sammy, how are you? Okay, so here is a frame. So now we can do a multitude of things, right? We could put watercolor ground in here and then paint a contrasting background. We could just leave it as is and then build a creative cluster on there and then do some lettering. The sky's the limit. So just think about when you are creating art papers, whether that they are jelly prints or painted papers or whatever, just know that you can slice off bits of those and create this frame, and the sky's the limit, right? Okay, but here, remember I asked you to save your fruit and vegetable labels. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fill an entire page in our art journal with those stickers, with the fruit and vegetable stickers. So you're just going to, so some of them I had to glue down, some of them I had to, were sticky enough as they were. So do you see what I'm saying? We're just going to continue to fill. And think about, number one, how many fruits and vegetables that represents that we're going to eat, right? And I will tell you, now I've started to, like, I look at the stickers when I'm at the store. Like, I found a, right here, Michigan apple when I was back home. So I'll be going to the store again and looking for more Michigan stickers when I'm in Michigan. So if you are, like my friend Sue is in 2 different places. She winters in Arizona and then summers in Cape Cod. So think of the different stickers you could get from different places you go, right? So, I'm telling you, like, and then you start to notice, like, the little bits of artwork. Like this little orange, I think this was actually from a grapefruit, but yes, it was from a grapefruit. But do you see that little bitty, cute, I don't know if you can see it. There we go. That little bitty citrus slice right there. I'm just all for it. Anyway, we're just going to continue to fill the whole sheet. And then that means that we've eaten a lot of vegetables and fruit, which can only be a good thing. Okay, so now for the artsy part of the day. Okay, so I have a sheet of copy paper, and I'm going to take a length of this washi tape, the one with the writing implements. We're using set 3 today, but you know, you can use whatever you've got. So I want to make edgers for my pages, right? So I'm going to just put a strip down on this piece of paper, right? Then maybe I'll do another one just to, oops. Okay, this time I'm going to cut that one there because I want to get the whole paintbrush. Darn it. Got a little bit of a, the tippity top of my paintbrush came off. Anyhow, you get the idea, right? So I'm going to slice it with my X-Acto. There. Now I got the whole paintbrush. And then we'll do one more. We'll do the mechanical pencil. Okay. All right. So let's do that, and then cut off this excess. And then in the set 3, there's also this floral set, and the floral set has all of the pieces, all of the florals that are on the writing implements are on this roll. So you could do this idea with, oh, that's the end of that. So let's see. Lay that down. And then I'm thinking, since this isn't sticky anymore, let's get some glue stick on there. And this glue stick is from the days when I designed for Xyron, but it still works like a charm. There we go. I had one little piece here that a little extra something was on there. Okay, so now my thought is that I laid it on white so that my colors are going to really pop. One thing that you learn as you create, if you're putting color on top of something, if you want to fill something with color and you want those colors to be as bright as possible, you either need to start with like painting the base white, like if you're painting a rock, you get really, your colors are going to pop, pop, pop if you put like a white layer first and then you put color on top of that. So that's, I'm using that principle with these. And so I'm taking my colored pencils and I have my sharpener right close to me today. And because my spaces are small, so I'm going to want to get into small spaces. And I am going to just start coloring in these writing implements. So let's go. I've got a couple of yellows. What yellows do I have? I have canary yellow, and this is just yellow. This, let's do this one, and let's do the centers of these flowers. Do you see how that shows up so bright and so beautiful because of the white behind it, right? So this is going to take some time. So I want you to consider that it's not, it's not something that we're going to rush through, right? So let's get a nice point on this pink. And then I'm going to do these roses. So I'm doing the lightest pink. It says fuchsia, but it certainly doesn't look fuchsia to me. How about you? Right? Let's do that. There we go. Just getting some base color down. And remember, most colored pencils are waxy based. So we want to blow off any of those waxy crumbs that kind of show up. So I can either create these pieces to coordinate with a page that I've already started or a page that I dreamed up, which is the case with this. Okay, so let's see. There's my beautiful lime peel. So let's do the green leaves. And that pink and green are so pretty together because they're opposites on the color wheel. Right? I don't even know where I want to go with that one. Well, I do know that I want to deepen this pink. So let's come in. And I didn't do anything to prep this washi tape. I mean, I certainly could have, but I did not this morning. I wanted to do it straight onto the washi tape. I just want to get some bits of the deeper pink in here. I think it was Van Gogh who said, like good art takes time, and that's the stinking truth. Okay, so now I I just love this ruby red. It's kind of like a ruby grapefruit. That's what it reminds me of. So I'm just going to start by getting some color down, and then I'm going to start to kind of come back and blend it in. I'm thinking about each of these writing implements and how I want to incorporate them on my page. And I want them to be as what's the word I want to say? Not bold, but I want them to be a focal point. These will be the focal point of the page. And the thing that we're going to do next not next, but next on the page after we complete this task will be the supporting players. Remember the start of the show? The start of the show are these writing implements. Right? I'm loving that. I'm loving that. And part of me is thinking, you know what if we did some of that same color up there? Yes, yes, yes. And you know, this can be whatever we want it to be, right? It can be whatever we want it to be. I know that I want this eraser to be pink. I just kind of like that idea. So I'm trying to do a circle-y blend. There we go. And these, let's do, I told you I don't love warm gray, but let's do warm gray here. Let's color this in warm gray, and this in warm gray. And then we can do the sides warm gray with trying to keep the center light so that we have a little bit of dimension. Let's see. So I started that, and then I want to do the paintbrush. So let's, I think I want to do these orange. These are kind of, this whole paintbrush was just kind of, number one, remember, they all come from a figment of my imagination. But this one came from my mom in the 70s used to make vases with dried flowers, and does anybody else, and cattails and pussy willows and those kinds of flowers. Oh my gosh, we just loved them. We just loved them. So let's do that orange right here. So here's the thing, the sky's the limit with the coloring part, right? You could fill this, we could make this all monochromatic. We could do the whole paintbrush in orange. So then it looks kind of like it was carved into the orange. That might be fun and cool. Or we could do the background a different color. I don't know. I'm feeling like I think I want to do like a blue background on this one. So, oh, I wanted to say that registration is open for Back to Art School 102, and you should absolutely sign up for it. It's going to be a blast. And this time, so if you haven't signed up for 101, you absolutely should, because you'll learn so many things to do with just a regular old box of crayons. So many artsy techniques. But the 102, we're going to play with rainbow colored pencils. So the ones that I have are the swirl colored pencils by Crayola. Right here. We're going to play with some artsy techniques with Elmer's glue and highlighters. We're gonna have so much fun. Okay, so I'm gonna do this whole background, this gorgeous blue. What is it? Porcelain blue. That's pretty. Loving that, but I feel like I want to go a little deeper on the sides, maybe. What do I have here? On photo blue and turquoise blue. Let's try turquoise. And I'm not sharpening this. I have kind of a rounded end. But what if I just do the edge all the way around, right? On the sides, on the top, at the point of the bottom. It's going to automatically give us some form. Just know that it's an imperfect substrate because it's washi tape, right? So it has a little bit of resist. So now let's come back in with our first color, and we're going to do that circly swirl blend on top of that deeper turquoise, and that's going to give us a really awesome transition. Ta-da! And we're going to get lots of those crumbs, so remember, wipe them off the end of your pencil and what you're coloring. Good morning, Joni. Okay. Oh, and mark your calendars. This Saturday and Sunday, we are going to have two extra pop-in paint parties. Saturday is National Watercolor Day. So National Coloring Day. So we're going to have a special pop-in paint party for that. 9 o'clock, same time as always. 9 o'clock Arizona time on Saturday morning. And then on Sunday morning, we're going to have, it's International Dot Day. And you know, we celebrate that every year. And oh my gosh, I have such a fun thing planned for us for that. So be sure to save the dates. Okay, let's see. What about, I think I really want to do, oh, here's silver. That might be kind of cool for the ferrule right here. And I'm just doing that circly blend. And this, let's do this in silver. The fountain pen tip. They're so beautiful, fountain pens, aren't they? I think they are. Whew, everybody take a drink. I should have said that a while ago. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's color the cool gray. I think this might be another cool gray, yeah. Greenish black, interesting. Powder blue. Okay, so here's my thought. I want to do the end of this pen. Let's do, I'm just doing that little bit of cool gray on there first. And let's do the sides. And let's do the clicky button at the top. Let's do that black. But I'm going to do kind of light black. There we go. And then let's do this part black also. We're going to need to do the circly blend. We kind of got a long area here that we want as smooth in color as possible. Deepen that side right there. And then maybe we even bring a little bit of black down to the bottom, or to the sides. That's good. Let's color this in black. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's see. This one, I feel like we need to, well, this one we need to do our background. So, I was thinking it might be cool to have like a bright, kind of a powdery blue. What is this? Sky blue. Right here, where we color in between the petals. So like the background of the whole writing implement is this light blue. What do you think? I have to say, I love when we spend Tuesday creating fodder and artsy parts, right? And then on Thursday, we make something out of them. So I think that's what we'll do today. We'll just focus on filling these with color, and then on Thursday we will make the cutest page. Ta-da! Look at how just the addition of that blue, how that just made all of those flowers just pop even more. I know, maybe I need to come a little closer. That helps with color. Are you seeing what I'm creating? I promise it's dark. It just doesn't look like it on camera. But I'm going to come in and give that all a second coat. So be sure to mark down, whoops, Saturday and Sunday, because I have something so fun planned. The retreat is almost sold out. I'm so excited about that. Thinking this paintbrush, let's start with some cool gray. So I just wanted to get a base of color down. Now I'm going to come in with the black, and let's start to deepen down here at the base where the bristles hit the ferrule. And then let's just little by little build up. I'm just kind of going over the drawn lines and then doing a really tight circly blend beside them. So I get some nice depth. Back, forth, back, forth. You know, it's different than if you're coloring directly on paper. You're going to get a different vibe. Stop it. Love that. Let's do the same here. Let's get a little bit of depth down here. And this is on top of silver, remember? So let's come back with that silver and do that circly blend on top. See what happens. There we go. That's giving us something fun. I think I want to do the same thing up here. Just little by little, build that up. Let's do a little bit of darker pink down here. See what that, if that gives me some. So Valerie, I am so sorry that I missed you, but you had a long haul. You had a long drive home. The more I thought about it, I was like, oh man, that's a long drive, especially after a weekend of competing. So I am sorry I missed you, but we'll get our chance again. It'll happen again. So I'm going to do the same thing to this, and then I'm going to paint these too, or color them too, so that I can put them in my box of artsy fodder, of artsy parts, so that I have them for future projects. Like sometimes, I told you, I remember going to Creative Memories crops, and they wanted to do you to do everything, like to do your layout and your creative design and journal. And I couldn't do that. Like I couldn't do both of those parts. Like it just didn't work for me. But I could do this. I can just, if I'm in the mood to do this, which I obviously am, why not just create this stuff and then put them in my little fodder box, my little cigar box that has all kinds of artsy parts. And then when I'm building a page, I can dig through there and find all kinds of treasures. Do you know what I mean? I love that. I love that idea. Okay, so let's see. Where do I want to go? This, I'm feeling like I want to do some kind of a background, and I have these dots that I need to color. So I could do, what could we do? We could do, like a shade of purple, or I have, look at this. This is purplish red, which I'm kind of digging. So let's try that, but let's get super sharp because we're doing small spaces again. And let's do these. So it's just bringing that little bit of a little bit of contrast, and maybe I leave the background white on this one because we've got some really nice contrast going there. I'm thinking. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. 8 o'clock. Holy smokes. You both must have been exhausted. The more I thought about it, I thought, does it end on Sunday? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm kind of digging that, but what if I come in and do just a little bit of that color in the deep places? Do you know what I mean? There we go. Just in the little crevices where I know it's going to be dark. Little by little. Just adding bits of that so that is going to really give us some nice depth. And that point, I'm telling you, that point on the pencil is making all the difference. Okay. Maybe we do some like I need to do this on the pencil. Let's see. It's usually kind of this funky tan color, isn't it? Let's see if I have anything a little bit close to that. I think I have an ochre that might work. I think this is an ochre, yeah. So what if we just do a little bit of ochre right there? It's not perfect, but it gives you the idea of what's going on there. Yes. All right. Let's do comfort book. Well, before I get too in the deep in the weeds with these. Okay, let's just pick a page. Let's see. I think I've been trying to do the back. We have more in common than we think. It is easy to hate everyone these days. It's easy to go on the internet or switch on the news and feel despair. It's easy to find reasons to be angry. We have social media apps whose very business model depends on our ongoing capacity for fury and frustration. It's easy to be surrounded so entirely by a single view that almost anyone without that view becomes alien. But we can look at the world through more than one lens. If we look at people through the lens of emotion, at the feelings that drive opinions rather than the opinions themselves, it's easy to see the things we share. The hopes, the fears, the loves, the insecurities, the longings, the doubts, the dreams. Other people can be wrong, and we can be wrong. And that is another thing we have in common, the capacity for effing up and for forgiving. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, everybody take a drink. Okay, so I've colored these. Well, this one, I need to come up with a background for this, and I'm feeling like I think I want to do something green. I don't know. You know what? Okay, I've got it. What do I have here? I have my lime peel, of course. No, I don't. Okay, I have olive yellow. Oh, 2 olive yellows. Both of them olive yellows. What if we do our background olive yellow? Come on, look at that. Come on, that's it. That's it right there. So I'm just going to get the base of color down first. And then, and let's do this one the same. Let's do this, fill that. Right? And now I know I have an olive green. I have olive gray, and I know I have olive green somewhere in this pile. Olive green light. So let's do that same. Come in on the edges. I'm telling you, the dimension that this step adds to these pieces is tremendous. So it goes down and it seems kind of a lot, but then when we do that blend, seriously, it's amazing. Okay, there we go. And let's come in with this one. You see, by just adding that little step, that just taking our time, coloring these out, look what we've created. Okay, now I'm going to, okay, I have lots to sew color on here. I have lots of pieces, right? So I'm just cutting the copy paper right there, right? And then I'm just going to set the other pieces aside, and I will continue to color and build those. That one goes over there. And then this one, well, let's... You know I'm not a waster, so I will continue to use this piece of copy paper, and I will put I will put more washi tape down and do the same technique. Okay, so now I'm going to fussy cut. And it's super sturdy now because it's on a base of copy paper, right? So I'm going to fussy cut right around here. And I'm kind of going pretty close to the line. I'm just taking my time. Creating these little artsy bits that we're going to come together and make something so amazing on Thursday. So I hope you will color your Anne's Artsy Washi tape. Like, lay it down on some copy paper. And look at there, we have one little piece of fodder that's going to go in my art journal. And I will just continue to cut. There we go. And I just want you to take time to color that washi tape. Lots of the techniques that we've used on the washi tape have been techniques that what kind of washes of color. This is these are specific, and so I want you to make specific choices and just take your time and think about think about creating your dimension and your form with color, right? Think about how adding values can create dimension. And we know all about values, right? We've done that repeatedly. But if you don't, I bet you I could recommend a pop and paint party or two where you can. So just like you can go back and watch my past pop and paint parties, you can also go back and take any of my art classes on my website. I have people signing up every day taking past art classes. Like just because it's past its original date, it has no expiration. So you can take those classes anytime. I have so many lettering classes and so many artsy technique classes. So many. Ta-da. I'm going to cut up this side and then I'll come back and do something with that tip. I don't know what I want to do just yet. I hope that your creative flow, I hope that you're able to, as you're creating, I hope that it grows into something like as you're doing this, you think, oh, you know what I could do? I could add this or that. That's magic. That's when the magic happens, right? So I just thought of something. So let's see if I know this flower, so I'm going to go by the flowers that are here. I'm going to get some lime peel right here. And the artwork on this washi tape is much bigger, right? So we know that our details are going to show up more because the our space is bigger, right? Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. There's that. There we go. And that is yellow. So let's color all of those yellow. All the way down. And like I said, these two coordinate. So we have something super fun in store for us on Thursday, utilizing all of this. Okay, and I'm just going to continue to color. If you don't happen to have these washi tapes, they're certainly still available. But you know, with all of my washi tapes, once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not reordering them because I want to make something new. You know, that's how I am. But we're gonna do lots of strips of these, and then incorporate them into pages in our art journals. Oh, these are orange. Remember that? And this is where the circly blend is really going to come in handy. So I'm just going to get the color down first, and then I'll come back and fiddle with the details. I think that might be the way to go. I put a new artist on my post for this pop-in paint party. I had not heard of that artist before, but oh my gosh, that song made me so happy when I listened to it. Just a sec, let me see. It is called, and I made sure I turned down the speaker because I usually, like if I'm, I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. The Baby Shakes, You Are the Cutest. Oh, if it's just me creating in my studio, my music is usually blaring. And so I have to make sure first thing in the morning that I turn everything down, because I usually, the last thing I create, my music is still loud and I just turn it off. So I need to make sure that everything is turned down. I just want to get some base color down. And then I want to continue to grow it. Okay. Let's do all the green leaves. This is my lime peel. Is it any wonder I love it so? I was noticing that when I was stitching, my the state flowers, each, you know, the whole collection that I had with a donor that I still have, it's still available. I noticed that a running theme through every one of those blocks was kind of this green, because it went with any flower, right? Okay, so now let's see, we got, so these are that ruby red. So let's get some of that color down. So like I said, I'm just getting the color down, and then we'll come back and fill the rest with all the detail, all of the dimension-y details that we add. Build it. You guys, it's looking so good. And I hope that as you do this technique, I hope that you start to like, oh, you know what I could do with that? I could do it this way, or I could do it that way. That's when the magic happens. When we just keep growing our creating. Does that make sense? Where we just we do these techniques numerous times because each time we do them, we see things in a new way, right? There we go. Oh my gosh, that's making me so happy. This is, remember this piece was kind of gross on the end. I'm thinking this might have to get chopped off because I can feel the resistance when I, yep, this is the purplish red, when I color over here, so that might have to go. So there's that purplish red. There it is again, and again. Yeah, it's gonna go. It's a bad scene. Well, here I am, over again. Big surprise. I adore you all. Continue to color your washi tape this week, and then on Thursday we'll make something cool out of it. Join me tomorrow for Stitch Along with Anne over on the Stitch Along with Anne Facebook group. I'm hoping that my scaredy cat design arrives before then. I'm using a mad variety, Karen. My colored pencils are all the things. I have Prisma, which are my go-tos, my faves. But then in my travels, I find all kinds of other things. Okay, this is Caran d'Ache Super Color. This is Caran d'Ache Super Color. I have some Holbeins. I have Cornor Polycolor. I have all the things. I don't deny myself any cuteness, Karen. If it's a pretty color, I will probably buy it. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all so much. Karen, watch the replay and you'll see what we're doing. Like I said, remember that all of my washi tape is still available for purchase. Once it's gone, it's gone. I did limited orders, and so just keep that in mind. Back to Art School 102 is up, and registration is open. I think there might be one opening for the retreat, so if you are kind of interested, be sure to check that out on the website. Also, don't forget Saturday and Sunday are special Saturday and Sunday pop-in paint parties. Saturday for National Coloring Day and Sunday for International Dot Day. We're going to make something so cool. I adore you all. It's going to be an artsy week. Talk to you all soon. Thank you. Bye.